Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video. On Bitcoin, your daily update. We have enough to talk about. I mean, it's been a bit of a bearish opening today. Yesterday, of course, when we covered it, it was, well, relatively bearish as well. And with relatively, I mean that we, well, had a bearish move. That's basically all, because fundamentally, I still think Bitcoin is very strong, right? And I think most of you will agree with me on that. But right now, I mean, you can see that yesterday we did have a bit of a bounce. I did not expect that we would break back above 43,200. We did, but in the end, you can just see that there's a bit of bearish momentum here, and that's the truth. All right, so in my eyes, there are now two scenarios of what can happen. One is that we will drop down all the way to 41,000 and 40,500, and from there find support. And see again, because honestly, I mean, I think that's the worst case scenario, right? I think the worst case scenario right now is that Bitcoin drops down there and finds support and gets back up towards 42,200 and 43,200. Now, of course, it could be worse under circumstances, but for now, that's what I think the worst case scenario would be. But I do think there's some more bullish scenarios as well. Obviously, the ETF is getting pretty close, so yeah, we'll just talk about all of that. All right. Now, in general, I mean, if you look at Bitcoin right now, I mean, the volume is quite high. All right, so it's actually pretty remarkable, I would say, that we are getting such big bearish moves, and that's really sell-offs. All right, you can see it right here. You can see it right here. It's almost the same. I mean, it's big red candles, small wicks to the downside at the start, longer wicks at the end. As you can also see with this candle, which is probably going to close with a pretty big wick. So those are just sell-offs. Those are big traders, big holders selling their Bitcoin, which is not ideal because, I mean, if they're doing that, then there's a reason why they're doing that, right? You would say, not always, but you'd say. So yeah, that's not great, but fundamentally, look, we've seen this before, right? I mean, we have seen before that Bitcoin has had these sell-offs. We had them from the 10th of December to the 18th of December as well. It's not the end of the world. I mean, it's part of a consolidation. And right now, we had a bit of a bullish market structure on Thursday last week. But right now, the market structure very much is a consolidation between 44,500 and 40,500. So this is pretty normal, all right, for that. And then if you assume that this is normal, then you start thinking about the fundamentals, or at least I start thinking about the fundamentals. And the fundamentals, like I've said before, are still strong. So I really see no reason why we would drop down below 40,500. And I even think if you look at the liquidity right here, which I'll refresh, what you'll see is that there was quite a lot of liquidity here between 42,000 and 42,500. That's what we are at. That's that green support level, that green area. So for me, there are two possibilities. I think it's most likely, given the market structure right now and given that the ETF approval is coming closer, but it's not here yet, I think it's more likely that we'll find some support here, but eventually drop now lower towards 41,200 and 40,500. But there is a chance that, and that is because there's also still a ton of liquidity at 44,000 all the way up to 44,500. There's a possibility that if Bitcoin from here is able to break back above, let's say 43,000, then we can actually see some bullish moves as well, up to 44,000 again and higher today. So that's a possibility. Given the market structure, I wouldn't say it's most likely, but if you see Bitcoin testing 43,000 and potentially breaking above that, just know that this is still a possibility and it's realistic. All right, so think about that, keep an eye on that, but for now, those are my thoughts on Bitcoin. If you do have any questions, let me know. Don't forget to check out my premium and signal group down in the description or the pinned comment. Very useful, but obviously I'm biased, so check it out for yourself. But those are my thoughts. So thank you for watching, take care, and bye.